So, guys, this is Mr. Johnson coming to you guys to the video discussing Chapter 6, the Executive Branch. And today we'll be discussing Section 2, the powers and the roles of the Presidents of the United States. The Constitution states that the executive branch power shall be vested, given to a President of the United States. This power applies to several areas of the government, including military and foreign policy. So, the President of the United States has a lot of different roles that he or she will be responsible for. So one of those things is being a legislative leader. This is where the president recommends or suggests new laws to be passed in Congress. Every year, the president will meet with both bodies of Congress. This will be called a State of the Union address. This will be when the president talks about some of the key ideas that he wants to implement. Some president will talk about the budget. Some president will talk about health care, politics, other things, infrastructure, NASA, anything that the president promised the American people, he may talk about during his State of the Union. Okay, so this will usually happen in late January. It'd be on TV. The president will come to Congress. There'll be this big ceremony. Normally, the opposition party will have their own little rebuttal to that president. So the president can also influence Congress by indicating what legislation he does and does not want. So a powerful way that a president can stop what Congress does is by veto. A lot of times, president will say, "Well, if you pass this bill, I'm going to veto it, so you shouldn't pass it anyway." So that stops Congress from passing bills that they know the president will not sign. Now, what will happen is if the president doesn't want to sign the bill, if he vetoes it, it goes back to Congress and they can vote 2/3 to override the veto. Another important role of presidents is commander in chief. This means that the president is head or the commander of the U.S. Armed Forces. This means that he is in charge of all military officers during a war or in peacetime and has unlimited access to the United States military. The president also is in constant contact with U.S. military leaders and has the final say in planning for wars. Okay, so under the Constitution, however, only Congress can declare war. So a president cannot declare war, but a president can send forces to anywhere in the world in which the United States interests are threatened. And if you watch the news or if you've lived long enough, you will see in the past presidents have issued bomb strikes, issued raids against other countries that have threatened the United States. And this is a concept that originated in 1973 with the War Powers Resolution, which basically requires that the president, if he does send troops, he has to bring them back within 60 days without declaring war. Another key concept or role that the president has is foreign policy leader. So the president must give a constant attention to United States foreign policy. Foreign policy is the government's plan for interacting with other countries in the world. So this is what the president wants the United States to look like from abroad. Does he want to be friends with China? Does he want to be enemies with Russia? How will he treat his European allies? Those are topics in foreign policy. Border control, nuclear weapons, wars, the Middle East, trade. A lot of those things fall under foreign policy. And a lot of times presidents will appoint diplomats to represent the United States to foreign countries. These titles are called ambassadors. So the United States has a lot of different ambassadors settled all across the world in a lot of different neutral locations. Their goals is to find diplomacy, try to end problems without causing wars. Okay, and if a war is started, they will create a treaty, which is basically an agreement to end something or to start something. This is a treaty. Some more presidential powers. The Constitution also gives the president the power to appoint Supreme Court justice. Some presidents, like President Bush, have have appointed multiple Supreme Court justices, like two. Other presidents have not. So those are powers that the president has. The president also has the power to pardon criminals. So now that you guys have finished Section 2, please go through Section 2 self-assessment and answer any of the questions you would like to do. Just remember, guys, please study every day and go Tigers.